In Samoa, meanwhile, the government says there's no hope of finding any more survivors of the tsunami. They're now concentrating on recovering bodies and preventing the spread of disease. Most of the Australians injured in the disaster flew to an Air Force base near Brisbane overnight. The ABC's Kerry Ritchie reports from the south coast of Samoa.
Inside Apia Hospital, people are battered, bruised and traumatised beyond belief. School teacher Claire Rowlands from Smeaton in Victoria lost her travelling companion and best friend, Ballarat woman Vivian Hodgins, in the giant wave. Claire tells me she's okay, but her body is torn from head to toe. She was too injured to be flown out with the rest of the Australian victims, including Tasmanian horse trainer John Blacker, whose wife Marie was ripped from his arms and swept away. For those 6 Australians, this has been a holiday of heartbreak. They were flown to Brisbane, where they're recovering in hospital.
Obviously distressed. They've been through a lot, all of them, and it's been an ordeal for all of them.
New Zealander Malcolm Lawrence met Vivian Hodgins the night before she died. She was staying in the next beach hut.
She was just such a lovely, vivacious person. She was so bubbly.
He can't get the image of the wave out of his head.
A Samoan boy came running through the falaise further up and just yelled at us to run, get out. And we looked around and the tsunami, the water was coming over the reef.
In the hospital, locals cover their noses. It smells of death in here. Australian doctors are among those trying to stop the spread of disease.
The injuries are those that you tend to get with a tsunami, which are cuts that then get infected because the sand gets into the wound and unless we get it out, it gets infected.
Tourists from all around the world are in here. Outside, the search for bodies continues. Through here, they're everywhere.
It wasn't a shock to see a dead body, but probably the state of the bodies is what's more shocking.
This is the village of Lalumanu. There were beach huts all through here. This is the place where most of the Australians died. The body of a 15-month-old Australian boy was pulled out just over there. Locals are using bulldozers and their bare hands to pull out more bodies. The smell here is putrid. In Australia, the families of the victims are shattered.
It has been a very difficult time, yes.
Emergency workers have given up hope of finding any more survivors. There is talk that the Samoan victims will be buried in a mass grave. Tonight, 13 members of the same family are being buried together in this grave.